Hey, good evening, Facebook people. I'm going to let Facebook kind of do its thing here. It kind of warms up and gets this feed out there. But I'm pretty excited tonight because I've got a great interview with a guy who I've become friends with through this finding optimal health. And as soon as I see him join in here, as Facebook kind of does its thing, I will add him in, and you're gonna get some good nuggets tonight about how you can become healthier, live a healthier life, get in better shape, um, do it naturally, do it in a holistic view, and as I'm waiting for him to, hey Gretchen, yes, please, if you guys are watching, if you would please just hit a like, hit a love, hit a heart, hit a hello, do something so we know that you're there, and it also helps get the word out. You know, we do this because we want to care about others. We want to share what we've learned. We want to share what we have, and let others in on this awesome secret. Hey, there's Darin. I see you, Darin. I'm gonna bring you on the camera here so we can get you on board as Facebook. Hey, Pam, how are you? Thank you for that. Hey, Gretchen, look at that. I'm actually getting a little bit better at this. Actually able to look and see what other people are doing. So we're trying to add Darin right now. I see it's adding him. Hopefully you guys can. Hey, how
What's
you
up,
doing,
Brent?
man? Uh, I'm great, man. How are you doing?
I'll tell you what, this technology blows my freaking mind, man. I don't know what I'm doing. I just push buttons that it tells me to push. It said, push this button to go live. It won't work. You got to rotate your camera. What in the hell are we going to be doing with this technology in 6 months to a year from now?
I know, I know. It is something. So, hey, everyone, I'm gonna do a quick introduction, Darin, all right, of you, and just to kind of go over and Darin and I have got to know each other. I mean, so I walked into Darin's gym, I don't know, a while back, and I presented this opportunity to him, and we didn't really know each other, but I just kind of shared, and we've gotten to know each other way better since then. But anyway, this guy, ladies and gentlemen, this guy, he was he was nominated by Arnold Schwarzenegger, which is a name I don't need to go into too much. You guys know who he is. Darin was selected across America as America's next great trainer by Arnold Schwarzenegger. And the concept behind it was holistic, right, Darin? Anti-aging, which Darin was all about, because Darin can talk about this a little bit from, he had some issues as a kid. And so doing things naturally, he was a natural bodybuilder, doing things in a holistic viewpoint is extremely important to him, and it still is. And Arnold Schwarzenegger chose him. Dr. Joseph Mercola, which if you don't know that name, go look it up, check the guy out. Dr. Joseph Mercola, M-E-R, got him listed below. He hired Darin to train himself, his family, his staff, his sales team. Darin knows a thing or two about fitness, about wellness, about optimal health. And so, Darin, before we even start going into, we're going to talk about this product that we have. But, part of what we are sharing here and what we're trying to share with people is I view it as you're a caring guy, and we care about people, and we want to see them do better. We want to see them live the best life they can. I hear that in your tagline, all the time. And we really, really, truly want that. So could you share maybe, I don't know, 3 little golden nuggets for people of what they can do to gain optimal health?
Yeah,
Would you?
absolutely.
Okay.
Um, I've been full timer for 19 years, and you called it a gym, but it's not a gym. It's a transformation station where we focus on the mindset first. And Arnold Schwarzenegger is smart. He knew he needed to get away from drug bodybuilding and go towards anti-aging for obvious reasons. That's where the big money's at. I've made a great living for 20 years training busy business people, not any athletes. So Arnold knows. So he put out this search worldwide, actually, to find the best trainers in the world so he could join them forces together and become more powerful, and decided to have a contest, a year-long contest that was judged by the 10 certification boards in the world that certify and make legal and educate personal trainers. And they did the testing. And it was stringent year-long process, came down to 2 days, and I made the finals and I won the whole thing. I'm the reigning champ. I don't think because I'm the best trainer. I think because I had showed the most confidence, and that came through in my presentation when they put us up to test. But with that being said, Brent, what's 3 things? I like to talk about the foods that you eat, the thoughts that you think, and the exercise that you get or don't get. So the thoughts that you think start first. So let's give one gold nugget on the thoughts that you think. Most people think bad thoughts about themselves. Their body image and self-image is not ideal. It was probably pushed on them by their parents and their mom and dad, or someone really close to them at a young age. And it started in the womb. The kid felt the vibrations of the mother in the womb. And you know what? We just got what our parents, the best they had at the time. But just let me tell you this, the body image and the self-image that you have of yourself and your abilities are wrong. And so you got to get out of that mindset where you think negatively about yourself and you want to play small. I don't know if Nelson Mandela, I shared the Bohemian Rhapsody guy. The movie's coming out. I shared that Gold Coast video today, and it made me almost cry. And he did it right. Freddie Mercury did it right. And I put Nelson Mandela's quote underneath there about playing small. We have the misconception about our body image and self-image and our abilities is wrong. It's effing wrong. So if you hang around people that will uplift you to break through that barrier, your misconception about your body image and your self-image, you're halfway home. All right. So the foods that you eat, most people. Do you want to ask a question on that, Brent, before I get into food?
No, go, keep going. I like it.
So food, it's very simple, people. It's very simple. We know we need to clean the junk food up. Dieting is not right. Getting active. So getting Suzanne Summers' thigh cruncher is a great move if you're sitting on the couch. Is it ideal exercise? No. All right, but it's okay. I don't care what you do. Get some momentum. Just get a thigh cruncher, an ab cruncher. Do something. Do something to start moving, and then try to get a reputable source to help you optimize for safety and time to go towards burning the fat off by building the muscle up with resistance training. Rubber bands work fine at home. So with food, don't feel like you got to diet your fat off. You need to build it up and eat more food into it, and just clean the food up a little bit, eat smaller meals more often. Try to learn about combining protein and carbs together. Don't get really particular. Don't think you got to have a grandmaster plan. It's not about having the plan. It's about getting frickin' started. Okay?
Right.
So once you get started, then you got to hang out with people that can help you get better and optimize it. Yes, but just get started with something first. Keto, intermittent fasting, low carb, high carb, it's enough to drive you nuts. I think I'm pretty smart about it, and I don't even know what to do sometimes when I Google search fat loss nutrition. Don't do that crap. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So the takeaway there, what's the golden nugget? What's the takeaway?
The golden nugget is to get a food log out and write down what time you wake up, what time you go to bed, and what time you eat what. And then you'll start to become more aware of what you're doing. People aren't aware. Then hand it to somebody that you respect and get a little bit of feedback. And if their feedback doesn't sound like common sense, then they're probably wrong. But you need to learn to eat smaller meals. Yes, a little bit better quality food, less junk food, processed food. Okay. You know, does somebody have to eat if it comes from a plant, if it rots, it's good for you. Do you need to eat super clean? No, just go towards improving. Write down what you're eating on a food log. You'll eat better. Hand it in to somebody that will hold you accountable. I'll do it for free. I charge super high fees, Brent, but I love what I do so much. I'm doing stuff for free all the time. I don't want to get that out there because I got to protect myself. Right. But I charge really high fees for a reason, so I can freaking do it for free when I want to.
Sure. That's awesome. That's awesome.
All right. So what's the last one? The exercise we get? Exercise we get is I already really tapped on it. Suzanne Summers' Thigh Master is a piece of infomercial junk. But if you get it and you're doing it and you get a little bit of movement and you're not sitting on the couch, that's better than sitting on the couch.
Right.
And then, squeeze that sucker tight for 5 minutes the next day, and then go for a walk around the block the next day. And then just doing that for 1 week. And then try to get into some group where you can get some ideas on how to take that to the next level and just get some momentum. That's the key. Get some momentum. Get a rubber band, body weight exercise. Here's my 79-year-old mom rocks a workout at home on the kitchen counter.
Right.
All right. Here we go. Big breath in. Breath in. Nice and slow. Breathe, squeeze, minding the muscle. You can get a great workout at home with push-ups off the countertop. Take it to the next level. Get some rubber bands. Slow down the tempo of the contraction. Mind-muscle connection. Big breath in. Pause. Big breath in. Hold it. Squeeze it. Feel it. Try to get those last 2 or 3 reps that are really hard. Make it burn. Those are the repetitions that will tear down the muscle fiber safely so that you can boost your metabolism, and it'll be a little sore the next day, and eat more food. Isn't it great to eat more food to lose belly fat? That's how you do it.
Yeah. So Darin, so on the slow and controlled movements, do you give it you count how many seconds that?
Yeah. The base, and if anybody can come to Mokina, I got a book signing this Saturday at an event. I'll show you how to do it right there in Mokina at Health Nuts. I'm giving 60 books away to the first 60 people that come in. I hope I freaking run out, and I'll get 120 the next time.
I hope so too.
3-1-3-1. All right, let's do the push-up. Big breath in. 3, 2, 1, pause. Breathing in. 3, 2, 1, pause. Big breath in. Bicep curl. 3, 2, 1, pause, squeeze. 3, 2, 1, down. Big breath in. 3, 2, 1, pause. Isometrically squeeze water out of a sponge. Whatever thought you have to try to forget about everything except squeezing that muscle in the target area. Chest push-ups, target area is right here. Get a rubber band and do back rows like this. It's right back here. Body squats down slow like that. It's your quads, of course. There you go. That's it.
Awesome. Thank you. So everyone just got 3 free nuggets, if anything else, about how to live a little bit better, right?
Absolutely.
How to be a better you.
All right, here we go. Here's the big golden nugget. If you really want the big one, write down on a piece of paper, in 12 weeks, I'm going to lose 3 inches off my waistline, and I'm going to drop 20 pounds of fat. Write it down every day, because I'm going to get off of blood pressure medication. I'm going to sleep in the same damn bed as my wife. I'm going to increase my sex life. I'm going to, whatever your emotional reason is. Write it down. You got to have a deadline. You got to have a precise action that's measurable. But most importantly, you got to have an emotional reason why. Yes. Say it out loud in the morning with a positive tone in your voice, even if you don't believe it. Sorry if I'm talking a little loud. I'm just freaking excited.
You're good. I think we all love the excitement, man. But that's exactly the why has to be higher than the obstacle. We're gonna run into obstacles. Life gets hectic. No matter what we're doing, eating properly is hard. Working out is hard. But if we can, I think what I'm hearing you say is, if we can focus on it, think about it, tell ourselves we're going to do it, and the emotional why, and just stick that in there, because then it becomes like blinders. The obstacles just bounce off of us.
Whatever you write down in a little piece of paper, start tonight. Get a piece of paper. You don't need a journal. Write it down. Whatever you write down will show up in your life. Man, I could go on and on. I had a lady just walking off the street hire me. The day before, her doctor got her off of cancer medication and said, "You're okay now. You can start to work out and eat better." She got a release from the doctor. Wow. She lives 2 blocks down the road, and for 20 years, for the last 6 years since I've been here, she pulled out to the road looking right at my club front door. She never knew I existed until the day after she knew that she could work out and eat right. That day, she saw my storefront. Don't tell me that when you get what you focus on. You do get what you focus on. And most people are focused on bad crap.
Yep. I tell you what, it's absolutely true. It's, I've started this new routine, and I don't want to go off a tangent. Oh, I better charge my phone. One of my things is I want to help someone each day. I don't care what it is. I just want to help someone. The other day, I'm at a restaurant. What happens? Some guy falls off the stool. I mean, just falls off the stool flat on the ground. And I race over there to pick him up and help him up. And everyone's scared because, people that fall. He was elderly. He could have broken a hip, a shoulder, whatever, being okay. But when you write stuff down, when you focus on things, it comes to you. It's like the law of attraction. It just comes.
Here's what we're going to do. Everybody, first of all, we're going to answer these questions after the event. So whatever questions you ask, I will answer them as soon as I can. So give us thumbs, give us hearts, because that helps us get traction and just being transparent, and we will answer your questions. We're not going to sell you anything other than the idea that you have the ability to live your best life. So anybody that's watching this that does not write down tonight what they want and the emotional reason why, I'm deleting you out of my life. I'm just kidding. I'm just saying.
I didn't want to respond to that. I was
follow through. It's you know what, Brent?
But they should.
No,
but the point you're making is let's be focused. Let's be meticulous, and let's go after what you want. Write down what you want so you can go after it.
And life is not about knowing what to do. It's doing what you know. Everybody listening to this that wants a better life knows what to do. They do. Some people look at me and say that I really am very smart in fitness and fat loss and longevity. I'm not. It's very simple. Anybody that reads my book knows it's very, very basic and simple. Get some momentum, get started, put a goal. We've already talked about it. It's all I've ever done.
Right. Absolutely.
So the finishing part is write it down, keep it simple. I'm going to lose 20 pounds in 12 weeks so that I can get off of my medication. Because I'll tell you what, right now, Brent, the number one factor will determine if someone can live longer and stronger and remain strong, healthy, and independent and energy giving till the last month of their life. To increase the odds of that happening is staying off of freaking medication, pharmaceuticals, period, end of story.
Right. Absolutely. Because think about the stuff we watch on TV and then the list of side effects that they talk about.
Yes.
From the medications. You take one medication, you take the second medication to help the first one, then you take the third one to help the first two, and it goes on and on.
All right. So anybody that says go ahead.
No, go ahead. Then I'm going to shift gears.
Okay, I think we should. So I got a disclaimer. So anybody that says I sell too hard and I don't give value, you can kiss off and delete yourself right now. Because for years I've done this and I do it for free. So I am no way, shape, or form speaking for New You Life because I'm going to say the wrong things. They say that I got to be compliant, that I can't say that this product cures arthritis or helps with our arthritis. I'm supposed to say helps promote joint flexibility. So I'm going to say the wrong things. You know what? I'm just going to say it right there because I'm excited, but I got to watch what I say. You know why? You know why, Brent? Because our company has a big X on its back because millions and millions, if not billions of dollars are transferring here. And I get that. And the FTA and all that stuff, the pharmaceutical industry is very powerful. So I got to be a good little boy. And that's hard to reel me in. It's really hard to reel me in, Brent.
Well, let's do this. Here's what we can do. What you can talk about and what I'd like you to talk about is I would like to talk to you about. So so Darin just gave away some free nuggets. The guy who's trained Dr. Joseph Mercala was picked by Arnold Schwarzenegger, just gave us free information. So hopefully that's, I'm just hoping it helps somebody, right? We hope it helps somebody.
I hope so too. And it will.
And we're going to shift now. I'd like you to give, so we're going to talk about this HGH gel. And as what I'd like to do is I just want you to share what it's done for you, which you can talk all about that because that's the truth. Whatever it's done for you. I mean, I know what it's done for you, but I want you to share with others what it's done for you. Because we're going to talk about bone spurs and all sorts of stuff.
Okay. So the first things first is what it is. And people have a misconception of what it is. First of all, it has to do with the master youth hormone. It's the ultimate hormone that all other hormones and enzymes and many other things besides that I don't even know are regulated and follow suit. IGF-1, insulin growth factor. And it's basically what makes teenagers grow like weeds and be able to stay up all night and have sex drive, blah, blah, blah. So it starts to fall when we're 20, 25 with our stressful lifestyle. But here's the caveat. People have messaged me and said, Darin, I thought you were drug-free and hormone-free for life. You're an athlete. You take tests. What are you doing now? This is the first time I've ever done anything besides exercise, nutrition, rest, and recovery to optimize my anabolic hormones. And you can do a lot with optimizing your anabolic hormones with exercise, nutrition, and rest. But guess what? People are stressed out. people are stressed out to the gills, and they're not able to really do very well on their own. And we need some hormonal help. What this is, Somaderm gel, it's affordable, it's not invasive, it goes through the skin, it's easy, and it has a delivery mechanism that's homeopathic. What is homeopathic delivery? It is smaller amounts more often, and it's diluted tremendously, 30 times the active ingredient somatropin, which is bioidentical human growth hormone, and it's very affordable. Go ahead, Brent.
So when you talk about homeopathic, I don't know if everyone knows what homeopathic is. Can you explain that a little bit? And can you explain, I like this little fact, and you've mentioned, we've talked about this, but talk a little bit about what the royal family does, the royal family has a little bit of money.
Sure. I'll say first what homeopathic is first, then the royal family. So
Good.
Samuel Hahnemann was a doctor in Germany. Those Germans were really smart back in the 1800s. 1850, 1860, Samuel Hahnemann's like, hey, these drugs are helping a lot. We're really fixing some things, but we got some really bad side effects. So how about if I simply just use my common sense and say, let me give a little bit less of that drug to the patient and see if we can get the desired result without the risk of the side effects, to diminish the risk of the side effects. So thus, homeopathic medication was invented, and he had some success. So he started to figure out, you know what, not only am I going to give less of the drug, but I'm going to dilute it. And that process back then, I have no idea what it was. But today, Dr. Alex Goldstein, any person has the means to have super high technology labs, so the dilution process is super, super good. So the somatropin, homeopathic medication, we just described what it was. The somatropin, which is the active human growth hormone, bioidentical human growth hormone, which is 191 amino acids from 191 adaptogen high-quality plants.
Bioidentical.
That mimics our human growth hormone amino acid profile. Anybody who gets shots uses somatropin. So, you know, the naysayers, you know, Mark Loebleiner, Tiger Fitness, my friend, shot a video about how I'm a scumbag, about the placebo effect. I'm ripping people off. Only reason, he's just upset that we're getting a big market share and he's taking a hit. So right. I'd love to dig that sucker. That's a whole nother Facebook Live. Well, so if it's diluted 30 times, it doesn't take a brainiac to Google search and say, well, at 30 times dilution, there's no somatropin in the product, so thus it doesn't work. Wrong. So when you know about how energy is transferred, it transfers through water and vibrations. So I know this is a woo-woo, far out there type of a thing, but the production in the FDA laboratories of the somatropin in this product, the vibration, the other molecular structure, and even though it's been diluted so much that it's not an active ingredient isn't in there, the energy and the enzymes and the movement, and they shake it up really fast, that stuff is in there, and it affects the body. And we put it 5 days on, 2 days off, and it helps while we do put it through the skin for 5 days. But then the 2 days off, our pituitary gland is not getting overwhelmed with shots and pills. It's actually getting happier and healthier. So it starts to produce more human growth hormone naturally, because our pituitary gland gets stronger. The other two active ingredients, don't quote me on it, but our thyroid and adrenals get happier and healthier. Thyroidium is 8 times diluted. Suprarenalis is diluted 8 or 6 times. So it works at 3 different levels from a homeopathic delivery system.
Yep. So, and we're going to talk, so we'll hit the royal family thing real quick. And then I want you to share how the gel is actually helping you, your energy. If people don't sense energy, they're hearing it. Well, just talk about those 2 points. Let's talk about the royal family.
So the royal family does not have a medical doctor. I think my TED talk is going to evolve talking about the scam of how the insurances pay for pharmaceuticals, the stuff that pharmaceuticals and surgeons and doctors help us in acute trauma. Yes, I love them. They replace my hip, but not when you're trying to address low energy, sickness, and illness. That's no good. It's no good. The royal family has no medical doctors on their staff. They're probably one of the wealthiest families. I don't know. They're up there. They're very wealthy. They have the means to do anything they want to do. They have 2 naturopathic doctors on staff. Why? Because open-minded people in other parts of the country that aren't hypnotized by the lobbyists of the pharmaceutical industry understand that the body has a remarkable ability to regenerate new, healthy, even disease-free cells when you do things right and work on the self-healing power of the body. So that's that. I hope that helps.
Yep. And then talk a little bit now about what you've experienced on the gel.
Since I went through a really traumatic situation 8-9 years ago, 15 years ago, after I did something risky and became a 100% commissioned trainer and left UPS and security, burned up my 401k, trying to keep the family healthy, and my family disintegrated. 15 years after that, I had a nervous breakdown. So I lost everything. And I'm glad that I didn't take my own life, and it's been a comeback trail ever since. I have had 2 or 3 or 4 low periods for 2 or 3 months. Since then, it's getting better and better and better. When I started taking the gel, I was at a low spot where I felt super anxious. I thought my better days were behind me. I was canceling clients in my club. I was in no good place to support my daughters or myself or my business. And I ordered the product. Ben Quigley turned it on, the guy that you turned on to it. And I set it on my counter. I couldn't get out of bed. I was losing my clients. My clients love me, but they're stressed out. They need help. So 2 days after it got delivered, Ben Quigley reaches out, and he knew I was in a bad place. I told him I'm transparent, and he said, "Darin, have you put the gel on it?" I'm like, "No." Why? Because my power belief was not that high that it was a great product. Right. So he said, "Darin."
And I remember that because when I first talked to you, you were pretty skeptical yourself, right? I mean, you were pretty skeptical.
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
This type of product is in my wheelhouse. I love it. Human growth hormone. Okay. I'm not super aware of how effective homeopathic medicine is, but I knew of it. But I was down depressed. That was really the quandary of the situation. Okay. It was a combo of both. So he said, "Darin, this product's the real deal. It really, really works. It could help you sleep better. It could help you feel mentally, emotionally better. It could help your libido. It could help you get going. So please apply it properly. Do it." I said, I rolled my eyes. I'm like, okay. So I applied it one day, in the morning and night, haphazardly, not correctly. And then I did it the second day. Ben reached out to me and he said, "Did you put it on?" I'm like, "Yeah." Second day, I put it on probably a little bit more properly. That night, I went to bed. I could not get out of bed for 3 months if my life depended on it. You could reach out to any of my clients that are watching right here, and they'd tell you that they were ready to leave me. And some of them did. And so the third day, I woke up around 6 a.m. I canceled all my clients, and I slept through till 1 o'clock and barely got out of bed to eat a little bit and went back to bed. I canceled clients the whole day. So I basically slept the whole day. So getting up at 6 a.m. was not in the cards for me. So the third day, I woke up around 6 a.m. before the alarm, and I'm like, I tried to lay back down because that's what you do when you're depressed. And I was like, okay. I got up out of bed. I went to my club and I trained the 2 clients that hadn't canceled, that didn't quit on me. And they're like, "Wow, man, you got good energy today." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm feeling a little better."
Your mood, right? Your mood.
My mood was better, no doubt about it. And I know it sounds hokey pokey. 2 days, sleeping better, better mood. I'm telling you what, it's not just me. I've seen it a lot with my clients and my people I refer to this product. It's totally amazing. I understand the skepticism. So the third day it got better. Fourth day it got better. By the 5th day of taking the gel, my clients were like, "Holy shit, man, slow it down." I was back to my normal self mentally, emotionally. So go 4 weeks later, and I'm putting on my shirt in the morning, and my arms a little bit better range of motion. Doesn't hurt. It doesn't ache at night when I'm going to bed. And I can lift my hand above my head, and I could screw in a light bulb or grab something on a countertop. So I hadn't been able to do that for 3 years. Because I know exactly, my right shoulder was beat up from the trauma of my athletic career, throwing baseballs hard from the age of 7 to 21. I know that it was inoperable because after my full hip replacement surgery in February, I had said, "Man, great job on my hip, scan my shoulder. If you can do something for my shoulder, I'm gonna be like a kid. I'm gonna be like the $6 million man." Right. So they looked really close at it, like a super high quality physician up here. And he said, "I can't operate on it. It's inoperable. Bone spurs are too big. They're by the veins and arteries. It's too dangerous. Bursitis is too bad. Just keep trying your natural, whatever you're doing." So I've been doing that for 8 years, and I'm pretty knowledgeable on repairing, rehabbing, and rest and recovery. I tried 40 natural holistic homeopathic techniques on my hip and my other joints before I succumbed to the full hip replacement surgery. The last one being stem cell procedure, two 2 visits, $7,000 out of my own pocket by Dr. Ross Hauser, a world-renowned guy out of Chicago. It helped, but it was too little too late. I didn't know it was bone on bone over 3/4 of my ball and socket. I didn't know that until the doctor showed me when he cut my ball off and put the fake ball on. It was bad. It was really bad. So now, 2 weeks later, I'm taking the gel appropriately because I know it's a game changer and I'm not missing my gel.
Right. Yep.
I'm not reaching out to anybody about the opportunity because my word is my bond, and I've been there, done that, and I never followed through. I do like multi-level marketing companies. I never had any success with them, with Purium, with Isogenics, because they're me too. How many? Hey, Kiana, my daughter's watching me. Woo, woo, woo.
All right.
Kiana watches me. I love
That's
you, Kiana.
awesome.
Okay. So Kiana's graduating with the nursing degree in May, and she is, oh man, she's an awesome girl. Anyway, I'm proud of you, Kiana. So, buddy, my shoulder's getting better and better. I can tell by the range of motion. When you rehab your shoulder diligently for 8 years, you know what your shoulder feels like. So it's getting better and better. A buddy comes in to work out. I usually got to work out on my own. So 4 weeks later, I decided I'm going to do a seated dumbbell shoulder press because the popping and clicking and grinding is so much less. And I'm like, man, I'm really getting excited. So 10-pound dumbbells. And I did it, and it felt pretty good. And I think you walked in my club one day when I was doing dumbbell presses, right?
Yep. I videoed it because when I knew when I met you that you couldn't do overhead presses, and you talked about it. You told me how it was getting better, and I was like, okay. I stepped into your place, and there you are doing an overhead tricep extension, doing it with 70 pounds.
It was a 70-pounder. And now the overhead dumbbell tricep extension is different than seated dumbbell presses, but I couldn't do it for 3 years because it's the same body angle. So now I can do 4 different exercises on my triceps, shoulders, and back. And I'll tell you what, I'm pumped up, man. My body, it's amazing. It's totally amazing. Every week it gets better and better. It's a dream come true for me. So after 12 weeks of feeling all of that, I said, you know what? I'm going to share this opportunity with other people. My mom, my sister, first and foremost. And then I didn't reach out to any of my clients in my club. Okay. I just set it on the shelf, and they were watching my social media, and one by one they came in, and now about 80% of my clients are on the gel because they've been watching my social media on the fence, watching what's going on. And they're like, I got to try this. I mean, this is crazy. So I have about 140 customers, start out as customers on the gel. One person didn't get results, and I'll tell you why they didn't get it. They didn't apply it properly, and they were out to prove me wrong. And that negative energy they were sending it affected the absorption of the homeopathic somatropin that's diluted. I guarantee you that. And 125 of them have turned distributors because they want to get a lower price, and they want to track how much they're using, so maybe they can get their gel for free or actually make $1,000 or $2,000 a month. That's
absolutely,
that's where we're at with that.
Yeah, I think the reason we're on here is because we're sharing. Sharing is caring. We care. We want to share the results that we're getting, the results you're getting, the results your clients are getting, the results our friends are getting, the results that thousands of people are getting. It's just, when people hear about it, it really almost seems too good to be true. But I can tell you, when I look through everything about even the company, right? So first of all, the product itself is amazing. But we also have, we've got a pretty good management team. We've got Bruce Levington, who's the guy from Home Depot. He's on our team. We've got people who care. We've got great ingredients. It's just, I don't know. It's really good, and it's exciting. And I think that a lot of people, and there's people out here that we've got the gel, and they've got it for like even a month or two. They don't even realize what they have in their hands yet. I don't think. I started in June, so I'm 5 months along, but I'm not sharing my testimony, but I can just tell you that it works, and it is homeopathic medicine. It's homeopathic. It's a discipline still. You got to do it every day. You can't just rub it on and think it's, that's where the microwave society, they think it's like a Red Bull and I'm going to feel this instant. It's not that, because that has side effects. It's not good for you. this is something that's good for you. And like anything that's good for you, there's got to be some discipline to it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I want to back up a couple of things. Are we the fastest growing multi-level marketing company in the history of multi-level marketing companies?
We are.
Okay.
We
so
are.
Money flows where energy goes. All right. I'm not going to make fun of people who are really strong about it's the placebo effect and that we're scamming people. I get it. We get inundated with this next great thing. I get it. So I understand. But if they're watching this video, they're at least open-minded enough. Just keep watching and just trust your gut instinct. So I get,
Yep.
I'm not going to make fun of Mark Lobiner and other people. I might make fun of him because he's ridiculous. But I get being skeptical. Number two is your testimonial. Maybe some people on here haven't heard it. I saw that one of the most genuine things I've ever seen with Brent. He came up to my club so I can do a body comp measurement and to test the gel. And he said, I'm not going to exercise and I'm not going to eat differently for the first 12 weeks. I want to see if it helps my neck. I want to see if it helps my waistline. I want to see what happens when I don't change anything. And I'm here to tell you that never happens in this industry. What's up, Rick Cruz? Hey, Rick, what do you got to say about that, big boy? Woo! Hey, I'm coming after you, man. If you don't come to Philly, you're in big trouble. So what was I just saying?
You're talking about how I didn't change anything. The reason I did that is because I think a lot of people out there, unfortunately, a lot of people have a tough time. Well, let's see if you agree with this. I think there's a lot of people who want to get healthier. They want to go work out, but they just can't take that step. They can't move. They can't get out there. So my mind told me that if they can take a simple step of rubbing some gel on their wrist, on their hands, on their elbows, that's a pretty simple step. And eventually someday.
That's for Rick. That's for Rick Cruz. Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's right there for you, Rick.
Be ready, Rick. But if people can do that simple little step, even if they're not getting their butt off the couch yet, but they're rubbing some gel on themselves, but all of a sudden now they sleep better and they have this extra energy, then they can take that walk. Maybe they'll take that step to the gym. They'll start pushing some weights and they're going to make their lives better. And that's why I did that.
Awesome. And I really respect it. It's a great testimonial. If someone hasn't heard about it, comment below. We'll send you the video. Me and Brent shot a video on it. Two things I got on my mind. So the negative dilly people will say, hey, exercise and eat right. That's all you need. This product is not for gym rats who want to get buffer. It is for people that want to go to the gym that can't get out of bed and their low energy's low, their sex drive's low, their mood's low. That's who this product's for. So for you personal trainers, and people that say, I don't need this because I'm fine. Well, toodaloo to you. You must be superhuman because I don't know where you're living at, but the stress in my life overwhelms me at times. And this is about health benefits first. And then when you sleep better mood, get up a little earlier, not a little earlier. I'm going to tell you right now, I wake up an hour before the alarm, an hour earlier before. That's an extra hour there. What time is it now? I'm doing this stuff till 10:30 at night, shooting videos. I'm going to do another set of legs. I get 3 hours at night. That's 4 hours extra. And then in the middle of the day, I'm way more productive, probably 3 more hours of productivity. So you're talking 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more hours to get done what's important to you.
Right.
And so this is about the health benefits. And then, but you're not gonna have the gun show by sitting on the couch taking this product. But then you can start to what we said earlier. If you never worked out before, do the Suzanne Summers thigh squeeze and walk around the block. And then you're going to be able to then go to the next level and then evolve to the next level. And before you know it, you're doing things that you've never done before. And you got to do a little bit of work to gain muscle and lose fat. This product might help a little bit with a little bit of muscle, just a little bit of fat. But now you got the abilities to go and do what you need to do to make it happen.
Right. Absolutely. Yep. This is for the, this product, HGH, used to only be for the rich and famous. Now the average us can utilize it. I mean, I think that, and it's incredible. And I want to say this too, the timing right now, if I stream towards, the timing is right. I mean, the company's only 11 or so months old. There's 70,000 reps. It's growing, but there's still, I mean, it's breaking records, but we're gonna hit 1 million. We're gonna hit 2 million. It's just, because it's for everyone.
I want to clear some confusion up. This is confusing. The company's 11 months old. Okay, so the product was developed 13 and a half, 14 years ago by Dr. Alex Goldstein. It's his baby. He's created 400 products. He's a brilliant inventor, homeopathic nutritionalist. This is his favorite product. Why? Because of what we've already said. So for 13 and a half years, he's been making it better, jumping through hoops so that he could sell it to the masses because he wants to help people. And it's been a long, strenuous, tough process. Yeah. So the product has a 13 and a half, 14-year safe track record, no complaints to him at all. And in the last 3 years, he knew he was going big time. So he had to do some things with the FDA. He had to get really legal. He had to really get ready to figure out how was he going to take this to the masses when the FDA and the government, which I won't even say anything about that, said you can sell it to as many people as you want. And so instead of paying Joe Theismann and spending millions and millions of dollars on spokespeople and magazines and TV and print ad and billboards, he said, no. Who's going to sell this product better than Joe Theismann? People are tired of that BS. Well, Darin Steen's going to be passionate about informing people on how and if the person should utilize it. And so I'm going to take those millions and millions of dollars and I'm going to pay the distributors. That's what multi-level marketing is. It's not an upside down pyramid scheme. It's not.
Right. Well, and it takes some education. I mean, part of the reason we're on here sharing is because it does take some education to educate people, because in this country, we don't know a lot about homeopathic medicine. We don't know a lot about how it works. We don't know about the discipline of doing it and how this microdosing can get in the system and how it actually affects our body. So there's a teaching component that takes place. If this was just if this was just an ad in a magazine, we'd look at it like, well, okay, that looks great. I have no idea what that is or what it does.
But so you know who does know? The royal family, people from the East. Right. 200 million users. They're mostly on the East. Because why? If you Wikipedia search homeopathic medicine, what's it say? It says it's a placebo effect. It's a waste of money. Who do you think wrote that? The pharmaceutical industry, probably. I'm just throwing things out there. I like doctors. I like medication and acute trauma, but I don't like them when it comes to low energy health and fitness stuff, because we're in the wellness business, and the majority of the doctors and the drugs are in the sickness business. I'd rather be in the wellness business. And if you're going to say it's the placebo effect that we get from this product, well, in 1982, 83, they were saying steroids didn't work. It was the placebo effect. And I'm just here to tell you that's true. And the placebo effect is real. If you believe something with an absolute sense of certainty in your heart, it can come true for you, and it changes chemical reaction in your brain and your body. That's what happened with this product. I'm just saying the mind is really strong. And in the 20s and 30s, the doctors said smoking was good for you. All right. So enough of the doctors are gods and they know everything. And who are they trained by? They're trained by the pharmaceutical industry.
Yeah. Yep. So I think, just for the sake of time, I think we'll end it there, because we could, I know you could probably talk forever on this. We could talk for quite a while on this, because one, we're passionate about it. We want to help people. And I just want to reiterate the fact, the reason we're sharing this is because we want to help people. We want to share it. We want other people to experience this. And if people want to jump on the opportunity, great. They can jump on the opportunity, and we'd love to have you. And what's really cool is you start creating new friendships, right? I mean, you and I didn't really know each other, but we've got this friendship now, and we're partners in this business, but which is nice. But outside this business, we're going to be friends outside of that long term, because we're both trying to help people in the same way. And so that's what's really cool.
I knew of you because we came from the same hometown 30 years ago. Yeah. I thought you were a pencil neck white collar geek. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. No, something like this bonds people, and I got to know you a lot more. Yeah. And it's important to get to know people better. And I've got so many. This is the funnest thing I've ever done. It really is. Helping people get healthier with an easy first step. It's the funniest thing I've ever done. And like you said, you better shut me off, because I could go on and on.
All right.
And on. Hey, whoa. I got to say
last thing.
One last thing. Something about on Facebook today, that if someone would share the pre-Facebook live video to promote this so more people could hear it, and if they got on tonight and shared it and I wrote down their names, I'm going to give them $1,000 12-week one-on-one coaching program and $197 6-week coaching program. They're both very valuable. Lori Wilson, she's giving me a hand clap right there. She shared it. So just a reminder, they got to share tonight's Facebook Live, and then I'm going to draw the names out of a hat tomorrow. So I just want to say I'm going to follow through with that.
That's awesome. Thank you, Darin. That is awesome. Seriously, thank you. That's kind.
You're welcome.
All right, buddy. We'll call tonight. I'm gonna save this. We'll throw it on YouTube and LinkedIn as well, and hopefully we'll help some people.
Fantastic. I had a great time. Thanks for the opportunity, Brent. Thanks for your time. And let's do it again, man. Let's do it again tomorrow.
Whenever. I'm ready.
All right.
All right, man. Have a great night.
One last thing. Everybody here does have the power to change to make the rest of your life the best of your life, no matter what age, where you're at, health and fitness level. I don't care if you're down and out. I've seen people get back off their knees. Just remember, rock bottom is a firm foundation to build your life off of. If you hang around the right people, we'll help you pull you up.
Absolutely. All right, man. Good night, everyone.
Woo-woo. Boom.